Well, 4 thumbs up flew across the screen as I went live. Oh, there's 1 or 2 in there. Good evening all. And evening Jay. Evening Jay. We have been having a little chat. We didn't realise the time. Off we went. Oh look, Manic first. Always first, isn't he? How does he do that?
Manic's, he's on the ball and he's on the ball.
Yeah. Coil Proby. Oh yes, Coil of course. First again. I'll beat you next week. I reckon he must go in chat at about 6 o'clock, doesn't he? What time do you get on, Manic?
So. I don't know, I didn't see, I wasn't looking.
Good evening, Simon. That's you. I'll say good evening to you. Manic again, Simon again. Andy Harris. Good evening, Andy. Andy Harris again. Alan. Meekley. Is that Meekley? Do you pronounce that? Or Meekle? Meekle. Don't know. But Alan. Good evening and welcome. And David. Shane, Garrett, welcome Garrett, and Rob, UK Vapester. Now Rob, you're going to hop on, hop off again like you normally do. You're going to actually stay for a while. I've worked you out. Daniel, good evening. Aaron, that's a good emoji. I like that one.
Yeah, that's cool.
Keith, good evening Keith. How's your back, Keith? I thought Keith had toothache last week. What he actually said was, if I'd have read his comment properly, it was like having toothache in his arse cheek. And I thought he had toothache and backache. Dion, good evening. Shane, did I say good evening, Shane? Probably not. And Jezza, Lynn, good evening. Yep, that's everyone. So, how's it been, Jay? How's it been? What have you been up to?
Not bad. Working, tinkering and stuff, mainly. I bought a cheap mod, which is this bad boy here. It was a stabwood mod, but it's been repaired several times and they've done it really badly, so that's going to get rebuilt with something in it.
Right, okay.
Working on a tab still. Working on a building tab for someone. Basically because the building tabs he uses, I haven't got enough oomph because he's a super low sub-ohmer job. So That's going to be dual parallel 18650, basically like a Mac, but he uses a little board called the mod meter.
Oh, right, yeah.
Basically, you put your battery power in 2 wires, and then you put your 510 to the other, and it works out does all the calculations. And it's not actually a variable wattage, it's just a display to tell you what it's doing. So you get your voltage in, your voltage out, your wattage you're running it at, and what ohms you're doing it at.
All right, that's quite good, isn't it? It's quite good.
Yeah, it's quite good. It's I think they're about 13, 14 quid, the boards. Yeah. It's just a nice way of seeing what's going on, but I thought it'd be good for a tab, so it was a good thing I came up with.
YouTube told me I'd gone live. Yeah, thanks YouTube, I think I know that.
Yeah, yeah, we're already live. That's about it really, and I've had some vape mail, some tanks and stuff, which I'll get on when we do what you're vaping on.
Oh right, okay. Yeah, just 1 or 2 more joined in chat now. Who else has joined? Let's scroll down. Oh no, I think we got. Oh, Kieran. How could I miss Kieran? I think Kieran said he wasn't going to be watching so many shows. He's got a lot to do himself. I think I read that on a Twitter earlier. But thanks for joining us, Kieran. Always make time for me, don't you? What a lovely gent. Well, go on then. Tell us what you're vaping on.
What we're vaping on? Well, to start off with, we've got the Nugget IO.
Yeah, I knew you had that.
Which I got from this place called Naturevape.
Right, okay. Yeah, nice of him. Yeah.
Nice little bit of kit. Now I'm getting used to it. Stuck some 50/50 juice in there. I've got some, what's it called now? Where is it? Candy King on salt. Nick salts, 10
Oh, right, okay. Yeah.
And it's peachy rings. You know the fizzy peach rings?
Yeah.
The sweets. It's that. And that's quite nice. I'm getting used to that. It's quite nice. I'm enjoying that. I haven't played much with the rebuildable yet.
Shame on you. And I've got all my stuff ready to do a build off with that here tonight.
It's sat here.
You believe that, folks? You believe anything?
Then we've got I forgot the name of the mod, but it's the Cthulhu tube thingy, bit like the jacket.
Yeah.
18650 in it, and I've got my new tank that came yesterday.
What is it?
Which is the Kronos V1.
Oh right, yeah.
And it's by Vapor Giant. Proper old school, high-endy stuff.
Yeah.
Was a right pig to get going because I kept filling it after I'd wicked it. Single coil. It's got one of your
thumbs up. Sorry, I was putting a thumbs up. That's rude. I was putting a thumbs up to Shane, He said his order went in last night for his Christmas.
Nice.
And I thought, stupidly, being a bloke, I could multitask, listen to you, thumbs up, and carry on, but I couldn't. So sorry, carry on.
It's all right. It was a bit of a git to get working because when I've not seen it before. I couldn't find a review on it.
Right.
Well, I found one in Russian.
Yeah, that's not useful, is it?
Not useful, but it's a very nicely made tank. But it turned out I asked the guy that got it from me. He says, "Oh, what you want to do is get a bit of mesh, and put the mesh down because basically I'd vape on it first once I primed the coil, vape on it and got a flavour off. It's banging because it is, and then I thought right, and I'll close the airflow on the bottom, open the top, fill it up, open the airflow on the bottom, drenched with juice, just comes straight out the bottom. It's got 2 juice holes. So what I've done, I don't know if you can see very well, but what I've done is he says I use mesh as juice flow control.
Yeah, I'm with you.
2 tubes. It's 2 tubes of mesh gone up there. I've wrapped 500 mesh in there.
It's like a wick on a capillary action type of thing. Yeah.
Yeah. So that just sits on top of the cotton then. You just shove it up the holes to the top of the tank, and that's been working a treat. Not had one dribble out of it, and that's banging. And I've got in that some really nice juice from this place called Naturevape.
Blimey, did you?
Yeah, it's strawberry custard.
Oh, you got the strawberry in there. What do you think of that?
Yeah, I like it.
Do you? Yeah.
It's a lot more strawberry than there is custard.
Mhm.
And I get more of like a strawberry cream from it.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
And then right on the back end, you've got like that custard sweetness coming through.
Yeah.
It's more like it's almost like a strawberry milkshake, not the milkshake bit, but that sort of strawberry that you get in a strawberry milkshake.
Yeah,
fresh, sweetish strawberry. It's really nice. I like that. So.
A bit like the rhubarb isn't very custardy, really. It's quite a tart rhubarb.
A bit more. It's nice though. It is nice.
Yeah, yeah. But it's they're all different, aren't they? If it was made like loads of custard and a little bit of rhubarb, it would be much like quite a few of the others. So anyway,
so basically, I got 2 of these. I got a V1 and a V1.5. This is the 1.5 because it's got the shorty glass on. Because there's a broken glass for the long bit, but I quite like it in the short mode. Because
that's short, is it? It's still quite long, isn't it?
Oh, it's a big tank. It's a big tank. It is a big tank. It's vapor giant, isn't it? You know what they're like. Yeah. If you don't drop it on your keyboard.
You nearly had 2 broken glasses then, didn't you?
No, don't want to hang up the call. Thank you very much. And then we've got the Easy Mod, and I've got the Hellbeast tank on that with a Nautilus 1.8 coil in it.
Right. Yeah.
Because I've got the adapter in it. And that's pretty much, I love that on there. It looks really matchy, doesn't it, with the stainless and the black. And I've got some Nick salts, 10mg, which is Moorish salt sherbet raspberry.
Oh, right. I haven't tried that. Yeah, well, mind you, I'm not a great salts bloke. I must admit that.
I can't do 20mg. It's fine. It's all right every now and again, but 10mg is fine. 10mg. Yeah. 10mg, I've got that on about, 7 watts. Got that on 7 watts.
7 watts, a massive 7 watts. So that's a battery to last you 2 days, is it?
Oh, it does. I mean, this battery's going flat now. It's been in there 3 days.
Yeah.
And then we come up to the second. Well, there's 2 more. There's
2 more. Hang on, I'll just catch up on a few zids.
Last week you moaned because I did it too quick. So I thought, bugger it, I'm going to just set loads up.
God, no. Nice
so I've got the Paranormal with the Crown 4 on with the mesh coil in.
Right.
And in that, I've got some purple slush from work from AD Vaping.
Right.
And it's very nice. It's a blue raspberry with a sort of thing going on, like a blue raspberry slush puppy. But it's a little bit different because we do a blue slush and we do a purple slush. But it's really nice. It's a little bit more chilled out than the blue slush. Because the blue slush is really in your face. This one's a little bit more all-day vape for me.
Right. Yeah.
And then
who would name their flavour slush? I know.
And there's no cooling in it either.
Right.
I get cold. I'm not a big fan of cold stuff anyway in vapes. And then finally we go on to.
Oh, here it comes.
So, here we go. So we've got the vape only ebony. It's the V Pipe 2 or 3. 3. V Pipe 3 ebony edition.
Right.
8 and 350 pipe. Stock coil. No button. No mess. Just take a draw on it. bowl light set.
Yeah.
Have a little tube. Works best with 50-50 or 60-40. I wouldn't go anything above that. It don't work. But yeah, it's one of them. I love this thing. I love both of them.
Yeah.
I got the Zen as well, just to be posh.
So there's the Zen, but they are both stock coils, aren't they?
Both stock coils, yeah.
Yeah.
But for what they're designed for a smoker that might have been on a pipe. Get some nice pipes.
Yeah, no, I'm not knocking it. I think they're.
I would have preferred if it wasn't a proprietary tank, but a spare tank's only a tenner, so.
Yeah.
So next time I do an order from where they do them in, there's a place in China, we shan't know its name.
No, we don't talk about them on here.
I usually buy like 3 or 4 packs of the coils, and I'll get a couple of extra tanks because when they brought this one out, they've upgraded the tank. So if you look at the difference between the two, there's the original tank, and there's the new tank. It's got a metal round it.
Tiny, isn't it?
Yeah. It holds I think it holds about 3 mil, something like that.
What's that?
Yeah, it lasts ages on the tank. Half a day, something like that. It depends on how much you're on it, obviously, how much is a piece of string in it, how much is a piece of string. But yeah, it's one of them. But yeah, it's a lovely little thing. And in that, I've got some totem pole from work, which is a tobacco.
Right.
It's a coconut and biscuit tobacco, and it's rather nice.
Of course, an odd mix, isn't it?
Yeah, it tastes like a nice biscuit.
I've noticed a lot of people now, there seems to be a bit of a trend towards coconut in e-liquids. I
don't normally like coconut, if I'm honest.
Yeah. I can't say I've really tried that many, but I have noticed coconut is coming more and more into play. But Rufus, good evening. Oh God, look at my chat. I'm miles behind. It's all your fault. You bought about 30,
and that's been done anyway.
34 things in. Kieran says he never misses. Thank you, Kieran. I'll do what I'm vaping on a minute. Let me catch up with some of this chat. Shane Gibson, Mark. My 1 ohm coils are coming out at 0.89. What wattage would you recommend? 0.89 is fine. If you're aiming for 1 ohm, maybe you mean it's the coils you got from me that say they're 1 ohm. Mine come out at 0.89 as well, I think. Now, what have I got one in?
Yeah.
Hang on. Just to prove I don't tell porkies. Hang on. Come on, focus in.
13 watts.
0.89, 13 watts. Exactly the same as you, Shane. So hit it at 13 watts and try that.
So we're echoing, or I am.
You're echoing. Not again. I'm on the right speaker. Dunno.
It's not echoing this end.
No, not for me either. Mind you, it wasn't last time when I had TVP on here. Matt Benson, good evening. Jazzagates, good evening.
Just check my settings are correct. Yeah, it's on default device. Automatically adjust the microphone settings.
UK Vapester, what streaming software do you use? I use Ecamm Live. It's for Mac. Don't do it for Windows. Matt Benson, the Kronos V2 just came out.
Yeah, the 2S has just come out. Yeah, I know.
Keith's talking about Greece. Lovely. Kieran says that the Kronos 2S looks good, Jay. Yep. Tina, good evening. Tina, bless her.
Tina.
She's hobbling. She's got a bad back. She's
no.
She's coming out in sympathy for Keith. She's got a lot in her top of her bum. Jay Hayes. Who's Jay Hayes? I heard him. Who is he?
Some reviewer from America, isn't he?
Oh, is he? Okay. Just review the Kronos. I'm joking, folks, of course. Kronos V2. He had trouble wicking it the first time. Right. I haven't missed it. Well, I'm scrolling down on chat. Matt Benson, did he use naval fluff as normal? Keith. J.A.'s couldn't rework a Zippo. That's a little harsh, Keith.
But then again, he is an open box reviewer. He'll open it and stick a coil in it.
Yeah, is that a good thing?
Which has its good and its bad points, doesn't it?
Yeah. Rufus says the cotton he uses does look weird. Is Jay the new chunk? Modsky coming?
I can set more up.
I did have Chunk on there one night, and he just kept getting like case after case out with these mods painted in nail varnish. He's a lovely bloke, Chunk. I like having him on.
Yeah, he's all right. He comes and sees me every now and again because he only lives down the road, so he comes down to the shop.
Oh, does he? Right.
Yeah, he comes down to see when I'm working. Like, yeah.
Good job, I was complimentary then, wasn't it? Grumpy old vapor. Yeah, you sound like your head's in a bucket. Hopefully that's settled down. I don't think there's anything I can do my end. I'm on the right microphone, so hopefully.
I think Kieran's hinting. He wants to see my desk. Trust me, guys, it's a mess, but you can have a look if you want. Let me just get. Right, so let's
show you
this
while I'm scrolling down.
Ignore all the crap up there. There's all the boxes in there. So like, there's just a couple there. Look, just a couple, and then there might be a couple more down there.
A few batteries.
Got me row of my batteries on my battery stand and sexy squonker. There's some more stuff down there. That's the place I don't go to very often. And then if we come around here, we go, yeah, look at all that lot.
Well, that's actually quite tidy. I'm not going to show you my desk.
No, it's not. It's not.
Oh right, it gets worse. There you go. It's all there though, isn't it? It's all there.
Well, everything's there. I have a little splurge every now and again. I'll just go and clean it all up, and then within 2 minutes, it looks like a mess again.
Matt Benson, how many people were checking the serial number on Mark's mod? Oh, I see. Yeah. You'll do well, Matt. There isn't one on this. This one was the
proto.
This is the prototype, so there's nothing on it.
Oh, you're putting that together now.
No, that was I never did take the prototype apart. I didn't want to. I wanted to keep that. I always like to keep prototypes.
Yeah.
The other one I got sitting in front of me, that one is, check it out, 3007. This is the one I used for the review, 3796. Yeah.
Mikey, you got a high number. I got 179.
Yeah, no, that was what I used for the review. And if you notice, folks, it's got the thicker base plate.
Yeah. Which is ironic because I was born in 1979.
Oh, were you?
It's got 79 on it, yeah.
Not in his room. Oh, no, it's his room. Needs a sound wall, Adrian. But no one said anything last week.
No.
Tiny bit of echo, but it's easy to get used to. It's not distorting.
I don't usually get echo. I might get a bit of floofing, a little bit of wobble,
Right.
That's about it. I don't get.
I wonder if I turn you down a bit.
Yeah.
Let's turn. Well, we'll make you quiet. If that's too quiet, people tell me, and I'll turn him up.
I can always turn it up this end, which might make it a bit better.
No, leave it where you are at the minute. See what it's like. I've done one thing.
I'm on 10. I haven't gone to 11 yet.
No, you want to turn it down, I would think, if anything.
Yeah.
Shane tried his 13 watts. Spot on. Cheers. Lovely. Thank you, Shane.
Yeah, that's what you want it at.
I'm catching up. Well done, me.
Well done, you.
Jezza, got my juice subscription. Let's put that one on there. Box this morning. One of the flavours is beef and tomato. I'm not brave enough to try that one. That's an odd mix, isn't it? Beef and tomato.
One of the reviewers had a what was it now? What are those little pasta parcels called? The little squares.
Well, like ravioli or something.
Ravioli, yeah.
Right.
Ravioli flavour one. Yeah, and it was actually quite nice. many moons ago, it was like.
Oh, there you go. Sound is better. Oh, sound is better than same echo. Go figure.
Weird.
Don't know. It's a job. I mean, I was setting it up earlier, and there's all these updates. So you do your updates, and then things change. So no change apparently. Try turning yours down a bit.
It might be your end. Oh, my end.
Yeah, turn it down a bit. Your end.
Turn a bit down.
Huh?
I've turned it down now. Can you hear me all right still?
Yeah, well I can. They'll soon tell us. Ravioli puke. Right, what am I?
Tin ravioli. Like posh ravioli.
Oh, I never did like ravioli. I don't like pasta either.
Oh, I love pasta.
Daniel's sound is fine, not 100%, but it'll do. I think that's Daniel's way of saying, just get on with it. So what am I on? Well, I did the review for the Artery Nugget all-in-one the weekend. I did 2 reviews. I haven't done a review for a few weeks, to be honest. I think the last one I did was on 3D printing. And I did 2 the weekend. But as you know, Jay, you do, your reviews. You're looking at like 5 hours a pop, aren't you? So 10 hours work the weekend while everyone was having...
people just think you sit there and record it for 10 minutes. They don't appreciate that you could have been doing it for an hour, and you've got it down to a 10-minute review. You spent an hour editing it, then you've got to wait an hour and a half, 2 hours by the time it loads up to YouTube. Then you've got to faff about and spam it out, and do all your descriptions there. It soon adds up.
Matt Benson, where's MF when you need to set up a live? Yeah, and Jezza wants you to oil your chair. We all want you to oil your chair. In fact, get your chair, open the window, and throw it out the window.
I like my chair. It's comfy.
I can't even hear the birds tonight.
If you notice, I try not to move too much.
Yeah.
It's actually solid. It's just, I don't know why it's doing it. It's just old.
That'd be alright. It sounds like the Anedian line used to with, was it Mr. Baines and everything.
Yeah.
So what have I got in there? I've got the black currant, raspberry and lime in there. Now, what else have I got? I've got another one.
Good stuff.
Another one of those on the go. And I tried that pistache, was it?
Pistache.
Yeah, pistache I tried in here.
Interesting flavour, that one.
Yeah, it's all right, but I can't vape.
Weird.
I can't vape it for long.
Salty, innit?
Yeah, can't vape it for long. It's not. So.
It's quite a dry vape as well, I found.
Yeah. Oh, and I got the review slightly wrong for this as well, as I found out today. I said that it was a bit odd that 2 methods of clicking the buttons will lock it, and I thought, why have 2 different ways? But one way locks everything, the other way locks the up and down, but not the fire button. As I found out today when I had this in my pocket, and it went up to 40 watts, and I went to vape my 1 ohm coil. So
that was a dry hit from hell.
It's nice that. I enjoyed that. Not. Easy mod. Yeah, I've got the Purity Plus in there. There's a new glass for the Purity Plus.
I was going to talk about that. There's a bell cap for it.
Yeah. Now, where is it?
Called crystal cap or something, isn't it?
Oh, blank me out. There it is. It'll come on your screen in a minute. They've just arrived yesterday, so they're not on the site yet, but they will be.
You've got them.
I've physically got them, but they're not on the site yet.
I know I'll be ordering on Friday then.
I've got all sorts going wrong here. There you go. I've got rid of the ones I don't know why Jezza's.
Was it clear black, like a black one and a
yeah.
Something? Yeah.
Clear black, and I don't know if it's Ultim, but I think they call it yellow. But
yeah, but I call it Ultim because it's fishy plastic, isn't it?
Yeah.
It does look nice on certain mods. If you've got a nice standard mod, it'll look quite nice.
Yeah. Jezza says, still liking the Nugget guys? ? Yeah, I like it. I particularly like. Jay hasn't gone into it much yet, but I particularly like the rebuildable head coil in here.
I've done one build in it, but you've got to have a faff with it to get the right build, haven't you? Because it's quite airy, isn't it? I found it a lot more. I had a quick go, and I find it a lot more. I know you can adjust the airflow on the bottom.
Yeah, I'll just turn mine off.
But I like to try them wide open to start off with.
Right.
It is a lot airier than the standard stock coil.
Yeah. Curly Chew, good evening. You're late on parade. What's the matter with you?
Just had his dinner.
Kieran says to Jezza that he's tried it and the RBA is great. Yeah, so Kieran, I did send Kieran one as well. What else? I've got the reload on here on the other easy mod, and finally, I I've got my little baby bantam back. Which Jay kindly put a chip in for me. I've got the crossbow in there. Hopefully it's coming across. That always looks odd, doesn't it, with this ribbon? But yeah.
It's handy to get the buttons
It is
out.
handy to get the battery out, but it always looks a bit odd when you hold it up to the camera. Obviously my up and down buttons don't now work. This is, well, you explain the chip, Jay, and I'll have a little vape on it. In fact,
basically, beforehand, it was a variable wattage device. It had a little chip. Was it 40 watt or something like that? 30, 40
so,
watts?
yeah.
Something like that?
Yeah.
About 40 watt. But the board had gone in it. So basically now, it's basically more like a mech mod. It's basically, it's an unregulated single battery device.
Yeah.
So, but it gives you, it's saying instead of just using a MOSFET and having no on and off capabilities, this little tiny chip, basically you've got reverse battery protection. You can turn it off and on by the clicks. You've got LEDs to tell you what's going on. There's one there. There is actually 2 LEDs, but the hole wasn't big enough. I didn't want to start hacking it. And
there's another LED, is there?
yeah, there's 2. There is. I think they both light at the same time, which is probably why it's so bright. But one will tell you what things like that. It's got low voltage battery cut off. Short circuit protection and all. It's got loads of things going on, and the board is absolutely tiny. It is tiny.
Yeah, you showed me the board. It is really small.
I'll show you've got the one that's the switchless one.
Yeah.
Because I've utilised the button that was on the board, that was used on the board of
external so it still works.
It's off the same button.
Off the fire button, folks. Where's he gone?
There we go. Right. So to give you an idea of the size of the board, the board in yours is slightly smaller, I think. I can't remember. So one's bigger and one's smaller. I think yours is slightly. No, yours is smaller. Because the mounts I've got wouldn't work. Because he actually gives you a free mount when you buy the board.
Right.
For these ones, but yours is the switchless one, which is a lot smaller, obviously, because it doesn't need to have all the extras. But there you go. There's the switched version.
Yeah, tiny, aren't they? What a tiny little board. Yeah.
But you've got your little MOSFET on the back. You've got little chips for. You've got various chips for battery protection and stuff like that. There's a little 3-legged chip which I believe is the low voltage protection circuitry. And there's a couple of little diodes and capacitors in there that they're minute. And there's a little triac there and 2 LEDs. And it's dead easy. You've got battery plus, battery negative, two wires. You can put an auxiliary switch on this as well. You like to turn it off and on, I think.
Right.
You can connect another fire button to it. That's right. If you don't want to use the fire button on it, but I tried the switchless one of yours because I thought it would work better because it already had the switch on the device. They're great little things to play with. But basically, it's so small you can fit it, so you can make the mod smaller. So ideal for 350 mods and such.
Well, I have to say that the vaping experience, and actually, let's rewind. First of all, this was my fault. Whether I didn't wick it properly, the crossbow or whatever, but it was soaked in juice, and it was my fault. I buggered the board by liquid, basically. So hands up, I got it was down to me. But Jay said, send it over, see if I can have a play and do something with it. And he's put this chip in, and I have to say, for me, I love it. And I think I prefer it to its original chip. The vaping experience is amazing. It's brilliant.
It does the job. It's nice because it's a Mac and it gives. I mean, obviously, battery life's not going to be phenomenal, but I don't know you're getting battery life out of it. Is it not bad or?
No, it's all right. It's good.
Yeah, because I mean, you are going to have a little bit of parasitic drain, aren't you? Because the board's drawing all the time to wait till you fire it, or it's on standby, or it's off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the fact that you can turn it off.
5
That's
clicks
why I
off.
thought it was ideal for the job.
Yeah.
And it's small. That's the thing, You wouldn't have got a DNA 60 or a 40 in there.
No. And he lost my drip tip, folks, so he sent one with a better drip tip on.
You've got I sent him a Cyan Mods drip tip that. He does
Cyan
nice
Mods.
stuff, he does. Cyan Mods,
Yeah.
Graham.
Neil, hope you're as well. Got a knee operation tomorrow, so early night. Well, very best of luck with that, Neil. Not a nice operation from what I understand. I don't want to frighten you, but you probably know all about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're quite complicated, aren't they, knee operations? They're not. I know there's a guy, when I had my neck operated on, there's a guy in the bed opposite who just had his knee done, and I thought, oh, bless his heart. Anyway, I'm going to shut up. Oh dear. And Matt Benson, what's different about the Bantam revision? Well, hopefully we've just explained that, Matt. But yeah, the vaping. If anyone's got a Bantam and they've done what I did and messed it up, then
Yeah.
get in touch with Jay, and I'm sure he'll do the same. If I'm going to criticise it, Jay, the only thing I would say is this blue light is a bit bright.
It is bright. But I didn't have anything in hands. Ideally, if I was doing it again, I'd probably get a bit of sort of like darkened perspex to put behind it or something.
Get a blue face.
Yeah, it's a bit in your face. Because obviously they've been designed light and bright like that, because for things like, I've got a mod up there, I've got a stabwood mod.
Yeah.
And you can see the light through the stabwood.
Yeah, that would look
resin.
That would look really good. Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't light up bright, but you know it's on in the dark. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You see a little light on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But vaping experience, love it. You know, I like a mech anyway, so you know, actually that was as always in my pocket.
In your pocket. Oh, he's got the woody out.
I got my woodpecker. Yeah, on with a true tank.
It's one mod that always eluded me. It's one mod that I always fancied and I never got around to getting one.
It's gorgeous. I love this little.
It is. They are gorgeous. I mean, they had them at Expo one year, but they weren't selling anything.
Yeah, you said that.
All these mods. They had like 200 of them there.
There's an 18650 battery.
Yeah.
Try and get that level.
They did different sizes as well. I'm sure they did an 18500 as well.
Yeah, I think they do. Yeah. But I'm trying to remember where they come from. I think I had to get it from Austria.
Yeah, I think there's somewhere like that.
Yeah, it was. It was one of my indulgences, and I thought I'm going to have it. David Cox.
Oh, there's a new Bantam out.
New Bantam.
Yeah.
Oh yes, there is. Yeah, I know there is. I don't think they've done much to it, have they? I think they've just dollied it up a bit. David, is the reload mouth to lung worth the money, Mark? I like the reload. I like especially on something like the Easy, because you've got top airflow.
Doesn't leak.
And it doesn't leak, and it doesn't matter where I haven't got much juice in here. I've been using it. There's some.
Second dry hit of the day coming up, ladies and gentlemen.
That'll be alright. So yeah, it does vape well. Personally, I like the reload. Be careful though, David. What I would say is I've got the clone one here, and the airflow is just awful. So sometimes you buy a clone and it's pretty much like the genuine, but in this case, forget the clone. Don't even waste your $7 or whatever it is. Just go straight for original, the genuine one.
I mean, when it's a cheap tank, I don't see why they even clone it.
I think they're 40 quid, and for 40 quid, I'd always get the genuine.
That's pretty much middle of the road, isn't it? That's
Yeah.
I mean, anything that's like, I've got stuff here. I've got the Cali, for instance, the RDA. Yeah, and that was 60 quid. I got it for.
Yeah.
And it's worth every penny because it's genuine, but the amount of stuff you get with it. I don't know if you've seen it. I haven't got the RDA in the box. It's up there on the mod, but the stuff you get with the Cali.
Yeah.
The cooling caps and stuff you get with it for 60 quid.
Yeah.
It is a cloud machine. It is designed for super sub-ohming sort of thing.
Yeah.
But it's the flame off. It's cracking. And you've got those different caps. And obviously you've got a stainless steel cap on that. And it comes with it's really nicely made. I've got a few QP bits knocking about. I quite like their gear.
I haven't actually tried anything of theirs, I don't think. Albert is... why didn't that go on? There it is. Albert, how's the reload? Very tempted. Again, two birds with one stone. Just answered that one. Hopefully Albert for you. Daniel talking in chat. And Lynn, I think Lynn's bought two, haven't you, Lynn? I find the reload very good. And Justin, he loves his reload. Right, let's Matt Benson. What's he put up here? A couple of different bits of kit I just saw. The Danvape Intense RDA, a mesh Strip RDA and the SXK E8 Moonraker Sunbox style. I haven't seen the E8 Moonraker. No, I haven't seen that. So I'll let
SXK Moonraker. Let me have a little nose.
Have a little nose at that.
SXK Moonraker.
The damn vape intense. I have seen that, but I haven't tried one.
Oh yeah.
I'll remove your comment, then we can all see Jay's eyes peering into the camera. There you go.
I presume that's it. Moonraker, E8 Moonraker by Sunbox. Yeah, it's like a clone of that, is it? I presume. It's a bit like the old rail box, so you can move them, you can put your tank inside.
Oh, is it? Yeah.
Down, yeah.
Yeah.
Sort of thing. It's a side by side, but it goes inside.
Right.
But the tank slides up rather than on the rail box.
Yeah.
It was like you
It
put
was
your
like
drip tip in, didn't you? And it slid up.
Yeah. Yeah. Kieran says the Reload and Purity Plus are on his Christmas Prezi list.
In actual fact, I'm going to go into chunk mode.
Oh, peace and quiet, everyone. Jay's got off his chair.
We were just talking about that then. I completely forgot that I actually have one.
What's that?
There's a rail box.
Oh, is it? Oh, right, okay.
There's the old rail box.
That's it. Yeah, I remember it.
And then you put your tank.
Hasn't it got a thread that you... Yeah, that's it.
You thread,
yeah.
It flips out.
Yeah.
You flip it up like that, and then you screw your tank on it, and then you slide your tank up, and there's a 510 connector in there, for a 510 drip tip.
Yeah.
And your tank just slots straight in. I used to use it with my Kayfan.
Yeah.
It's a big old beast.
It is a big beast. The principle of that is really good, but it just looked a bit clunky. Talking of which, I've got the odd picture to show everyone later of talking of mods. We'll get to that a little later.
Yes, we'll get to that.
We'll get to that. Jezza just ordered the Nugget RBA and blackcurrant raspberry and lime concentrate from me. Fantastic. Thanks, Jezza.
Yeah, I went to order some of that the other day from this guy from Naturevape, but I sort of went for a tank instead.
Yeah, because you've just bought the Purity, haven't you?
I just bought the Purity Plus.
Purity Plus, yeah. And some coils.
Yeah. I love those mouth-to-lung coils. They're so handy to have about.
Oh, that's Matt. No, there's a new banter out, a revision version. I've seen it. SXK and I at the minute are on a little bit of a. We're a little rocky, and they keep sending me pictures, and I'm not communicating as I was with them for various reasons. But so yeah, I haven't seen it, but I'll have a look. There's so much stuff at the minute, isn't there? That there's politics, are coming into vaping more and more, and there's a lot of backbiting. I don't know. It's driving me mad at the moment. I'd rather just live and let live, but it doesn't seem to be that way at the minute. Talking of politics, everyone ready to vote? I mean, that's another thing. Did you ever, and I'm not going to go into a politics thing, did you ever know an election campaign that has been so backbiting and full of corruption? I think it actually makes me feel like not voting for any of them. That's the truth.
That's what they want us to do. That is what they want us to do.
What, not vote for them?
Yeah. That is what they want. Because they want to stay as they are. Or they can kick Boris out. That's basically what it is.
Oh, I don't know.
Because let's be fair, Boris is a bit of a douche, but he's probably better than all the others. At least he's had a go, hasn't he?
Rob says he said goodnight this time. Sorry, Rob. That sounded like I was having a dig at you earlier. I wasn't. I'm off, boys and girls. See you, Rob. Take care, mate. I popped on his show the other night. He did a little live. Yeah. He did a little live. Kieran, let's put this one up. Matt Ben, the way it screws in flat against the cotton should make it okay. I know what you mean. I'm a bit worried sometimes with mesh. Obviously, I missed the AVC. The mesh concerns me a bit. I've never really been I've used mesh for what you've done as a wick. I've used it for that, and I've tried mesh with the Tayfun. They had a tank with mesh, and I actually quite liked it. But when you get a dry hit, oh my word, just a dry hit off mesh.
That old Genesis lean, don't you?
Oh, there's nothing worse. There really is.
But the flavour off mesh. Oh.
Well, David Cox, you are a very wise man. I was going to order off that Naturevape guy. Top man. How clever you are. And Lynn, yeah, she has bought 2. I thought she had. Bought 2 reload mouth to lungs. 2 at separate times. Like, bought one, liked it, had another one.
Yeah.
Above the clouds, good evening. And Matt Benson, chunk mode. It's chunk mode. Oh, you go and get
getting the stuff out, yeah.
Pav, good evening. Can't stay long as I'm working all night again. I can't remember what Pav does now. I know I've asked him before. I can't remember what he does though. Question for both. John of the Island, let's put that up, and I haven't read it yet. What's your wire of choice for coils? Are you talking about direct lung or mouth to lung? Well, shall we say both? Why not say both?
Mouth to lung, I've pretty much been on your one coil Claptons and stuff at the minute.
Right.
The Naturevape one coil Claptons.
NI80?
No, I use the SS because I'm allergic to NI80.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. I remember now.
I either have the 0.48 ohm ones or the 1.34 ohm ones. It's the ones I use. Before then, I was using a lot of a guy called David Mottram's coils, Pilgrim vapes.
Right.
Mouth to lung coils were very good as well. These are on par, if not better. Pretty much the same. Yeah.
Nice to hear.
Yeah. Oh no, there's nothing wrong with them, mate.
I've been using these lately. They are a bit more expensive.
Yeah.
They're a 3-core mouth to lung coil, and I set those up on my review for the artery pod, or all in one. I actually had a bit of trouble, and I've got a feeling my coil tab thing went wrong, because I'm still confused, because anyway, I'm digressing. I also use Canthal mouth to lung coils sometimes, because sometimes NI80 I just want to rest off it. So then I'll go to the Canthal ones, which I think are 1.16.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, I think they are. Have I got a set here? No, that's the stainless steel ones. I have used them as well.
So I was going to get Canthal, but I just went with stainless steel for a change, because I quite like a bit of stainless steel, and I don't find I get. And it's good stainless steel. There's not high nickel content in yours, because some stainless steel is really high in nickel. But that's quite nice. That stuff is. I can tell straight away if it's got nickel in it, because as soon as I vape it, within 10 minutes my face has gone all blotchy.
Oh really?
Goes like red, you know when you get a slight bit of sunburn, you get red blotches. That's what it goes like. It doesn't burn, but
or high blood pressure.
Yeah.
No, I don't think I have. I've had a red face lately. I don't know. Maybe I should get my blood pressure checked. Direct lung, as far as direct lung goes, I usually use either, and these are quite cheap, the staggered fused coils, or the aliens, NI80 aliens that we do.
Direct to lungs, I usually use. I don't know what I've got one to hand at the minute. You know the Coilology box sets of stainless steel?
Yeah.
They're really cheap and they're great. Like, that's what I've been using a lot recently. I need to order some more actually. That'll be Friday's escapade, I think. But that's pretty much what, unless I get bored and I make my own.
Yeah. Well, now I know, and if we get a new coil, well, I'll send you some over.
Oh, cheers, man.
Laurie, good evening. Better late than never. And that was her saying that, not me. It sounded like I was saying it. Simon, yeah. What have we got here? Oh, Big D, Daniel, good evening. Hi all, with a thumbs up.
Hi, Big D.
Yeah, I'm finding this cracking. I really like it. I think I prefer it to
how it was before.
Yeah, I do. Honestly, yeah. So like I say, if anyone kills,
you like a mech vape, don't you?
I do. Yeah, I do. Yeah, and that is about it is about a 1 ohm coil in there, so it's about right. It works well.
Which is what I said. Just mainly because the way it works, it's just 1 ohm, around 1 ohm works well.
Jezza, that is the funniest comment I think I've read. That bloody chair might as well get a hamster. Oh dear, that is funny. Nice one. Yeah, well, if we keep moaning about his chair, he will change it, or he'll oil it, or
It's not my fault. I keep seeing shiny new tanks and stuff. And just like, look, my main problem is in here is I need a chair that's small enough.
Yeah.
Because there's not much room. That's the wall. The desk is probably
this
8 to 9 inches in front of my stomach.
Is it?
That's how tight it is. Yeah, I've got a sort of like
go on a diet and get a bigger chair.
But you just can't. I can't even turn this chair in. That's as far as I can get. Like, yeah.
Oh really?
Yeah, it's right up against the desk.
I'm all right. Yeah, I'm all right.
Yeah, so, and a lot of these gaming chairs are mahoosive, aren't they? All these.
Yeah, this isn't a gaming chair. This is like an orthopedic-y type one. Like I bought this from a back was bad.
My old one was one of the cheap ones from Argos.
Yeah.
But it was massive. It was one of the the leather office chairs.
Yeah.
It was huge.
Mm.
But this is quite small. It's a small gaming chair, but it does creak a bit because it was second hand when I got it, and I got it off me. I got it off my brother-in-law, so because he had the new one.
Yeah, I reckon if you get a bandage or something, just tie it round a centre tube.
It just needs taking apart and cleaning all the threads and whacking it back together. It's old and tired, and it's solid enough. It's screwed together enough. Yeah. It's all Allen keys have been cranked on with a ratchet.
My old one used to do that.
I slackened everything off and then retightened everything to like take the lack
out. Craig's been thinking about buying the billet box. The billet box, Craig, I've always said is if you like tinkering, and I haven't bought mine up tonight. I've been on this bantam, but if you like putting like different little, RBAs or whatever inside, then they're great. But be prepared to tinker. Don't think you're just going to buy one, stuff any old coil in there and vape away, because they're not really like that. I love them, but you got to be interested.
Got to be a tinkerer.
Yeah, you got to be interested.
I mean, you can just ram a blooming Norris coil in.
You can, but what's the point? They're so much better for other things.
Yeah. And it's kind of the way I see it. It's kind of like buying a toolbox with tools in it.
Mm.
You never leave the tools that come in it. You add to it, don't you? It's one of them, isn't it?
You do.
Like, there's a new thing out for it.
Yeah.
What's this? Yeah.
New panels, new buttons, new this, new that.
Buttons, new bridge.
Yeah. Oh, and think about what I've got in here. I've got the Ultim Borrow tank in there. I haven't even got the standard white one. So even though I'm guilty. Here we go. Above the clouds. Politics. No, I'm not. Oh dear. I did mention politics, didn't I?
Yes.
Only briefly, folks. Only briefly. Kieran, politics, corruption, never. I can imagine Diane Abbott being Home Secretary. Yeah. Dear, I don't even bear thinking about, does it?
Yeah, she's got access to big red buttons. No.
Grumpy old vapor. You read his comment? I'm suffering from erectile dysfunction. I can't get excited by any of them. No, I agree. No, I agree. But I've just never known them be so underhand with it. Like that kiddie who was laying on the floor in hospital yesterday. It was a hoax. It wasn't even factual, was it?
They like a bit of spin, don't they? There's always a bit of spin going on.
Yeah. Manic is a mesh fanboy. Everyone who uses mesh, he loves his mesh. Loves it. We're keeping you up, Joe.
I know. It's that bloody UV light off that fly killer it
is. Grey Vapor, good evening. He's tempted by the SXKSR V2 RD8. Yeah, that's not bad.
I've heard good things about that.
Yeah. What I say, Daniel? She mark ? She marked destiny. What have I done? What have I done? I haven't called Lynn a she again, have I? Because I did that months ago, and till I found out, did I do that? If I did, Lynn, I'm really, really sorry. Don't think I did. Don't think so. John of the Island, both. I don't know what that means. Pav, soft drinks. Oh, right, okay. Make soft drinks, fruit juice.
All right, cool.
I thought you were an alcoholic, Pav. How come you make soft drinks?
Because he makes all the mixes.
yeah. He likes mixers with them. No, I'm joking. He's not an alcoholic. He's a lovely chap. Oh, look, Lynn Smith. I did. I called Lynn, I'm so sorry. How did I do that? I apologise humbly. Yeah, done it again. Laurie, let's put that one up there because it's quite important. How do we know if we're allergic to NI80? You will know. You'll come up in like blotches.
My face just went red and my throat started to get a bit sore. And I didn't know that I was allergic to NI80. I just started trying these new coils that have come out with sub-ohming me dick off, as they like what's his name says off from Australia, Bargain. And I started feeling a bit weird. Not like ill, but you know when you like just like feel you're coming down with something. That's sort of like, ooh, something's coming in.
I think some people get
like warm.
Like hives as well on the skin, don't they?
Yeah, mine just goes blotchy, like you know, like I said, you know, like almost like a nettle sting, but not like with the bumps, just like red, little red blotches here and there around this sort of area here, on the NI80. Interestingly enough, another thing I found out I was allergic to. Do you remember Pinkman the juice?
Yeah.
The liquid. Yeah. I vape that, and I come out the same in that.
Right.
So. And I had another juice, and I thought, because it's a shame because I quite like that because it's a bit like Copperberg mixed fruit ciders. And I had another one, and it turns out it's pink grapefruit flavouring.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I can eat a pink grapefruit and be fine, but it's something to do with
flavouring. Yeah, I have heard flavourings can affect people as well.
Yeah, but that's the only two things I've ever noticed, and I didn't notice I was allergic to any of those, you know, until I started vaping.
Oh, and Lynn says that they are 1.17, talking about the Canthal ones, I would have said. Pav, he's answering Laurie. NI80 doesn't give me any trouble, so I'm not sure, but I'm certain they have nickel allergy. Yeah, it's a bit like, mouth sores, correct, it is as well. And also, if someone wears a watch that's chrome and comes out in a rash, it's the same thing, it's nickel again. Oh my God, Matt Benson. I can't repeat. I'm going to put it on the screen. I can't repeat that.
The thing is, it's quite accurate to a certain degree.
No one is going to call Matt Benson splinters after that comment. He's not sitting on any fences. Above the clouds, I'm a stock coil kiddie. I have to rebuild for my e-liquid reviews, but otherwise a bit of a noob. I think, again, let's put that one up there above the clouds. Once you get into your coils, I mean a lot of coils now, it's sort of gone full circle. We had a phase where people got the drills out and that they were making their own Claptons and things like that. But now there are so many pre-wound coils that are just ready to go, and I think you'll do well to copy them at home. You know, they are good, and they're not that expensive. So really, buy your tin. I mean, these are mouth to lung ones, so they're not gonna really.
But saying that, they last for freaking ages. As long as you look after them.
There's only one in there, but
pulse them gently and wash them off when you're done. You can make them last. I mean, I had back when I was doing my juice reviews when I started. It's still there now. It's still got the same, but those coils are probably 3.5 years old.
I wouldn't leave them that long.
No, they're fine because I only literally do a drip on them and then do the review and then it gets washed out again. So they've probably only done a day's worth of vaping in their life if you think the amount of time they've been fired. And they're fine. And they were some little Tofo ones. Do you remember the Magma RDA? That's what I always used for juice reviews because
Right.
the flavour of that thing was banging.
Yeah.
But now, of course, I use. It's gone. It was right in front of me. I think it fell off earlier when I was moving stuff. I've got a Derringer on top of a Met Mod, and that's what I use now.
Right.
There it is. And it's just, I think it comes out about 0.6.
Right.
The two of them. It's a nice little slightly warm vape, which is perfect for everything. And because it's so close to the coils, the flavour's banging, so I use that now.
Shane has said, this is a good question actually. Can I pay any other way than using PayPal on the website? I had another customer have this problem, Shane, and I went on to have a look to see what it was, and it's weird. There's a page, and if you, I've got to get this right. If you log in, so register as a customer, then go on to pay. PayPal. There is a bit. It says pay by PayPal, and then right at the bottom, and it's almost like PayPal have done it on purpose. It's faded out in light writing, or pay by debit or credit card, and there's a little bit to hit underneath to pay by debit.
If you click the PayPal thing, isn't it? And it says sign in, and just underneath it says as a guest. Isn't it? If you click guest, and then you can pay with just like your debit card without actually.
Oh, it says a guest, is it?
PayPal.
I can't remember which way around it is.
You can check out as guest.
Yeah.
On PayPal, so you don't actually have to have a PayPal account, but you use PayPal. To use your card.
But there is a way there. But if you, some people don't like PayPal, you see, but we use them as a merchant, so that a bit like you'd use Sage Pay or whoever, but we use PayPal. So, but there is an option there, definitely. And if you can't find it, give me a call and I'll talk you through it. Talk you through the screen. Kieran, he's telling you to keep still.
I'm trying. It's hard. I'm a fidgety bugger.
Get Jay to sit on a simple wooden stool next time. A naughty step for the unlubricated.
See, I can't work out where the creek's coming from. I think it's coming from everywhere.
Craig, you might put that on his Christmas list. That was the billet box, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And sorry, I've just seen something else come through. Just picked up an ultrasonic cleaner from Lidl. Yeah, I always use, and I've discussed this before as well, I use sodium percarbonate and hot water. And it's a bit like those tiny little balls, a bit like Vanish. But it's oxygen bleach, basically. People put it in fish ponds to take the algae away. But it don't kill the fish, so it ain't going to do you any harm. And put some in a cup, boiling water on top, drop your bits and pieces from your tank in there, and you just bring them up. They look brand new and clean. There's no tainted taste. But I haven't tried the ultrasonic cleaner from Lidl, but hope it works well for you.
I just use hot water. I run it under the tap. It's a bit too manky. I've got a little plastic tub that I just fill up with hot water and leave it to sit. I rinse it. Yeah.
I'm going to do it again.
Because mine don't stay too manky. Mine don't go too manky.
Just apologise to Lynn again. Lynn is a he. Boom, 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 boom. I'll get there. Kieran says my age getting senile. I think you're right. Simon, great news. MF Vape is making a return to reviewing and Saturday Night Live with TVP. Yep.
I saw that.
Yeah, I saw that too. I used to enjoy that show. We talked about this last week a little. There's been so much drama. I keep out of the drama. This is how I feel, okay? Just in case anyone wonders how I feel about this. I think Vic has put posts up about, not talking to people because of comments on Mark's chat and things like that. It's all got really personal, and for me, I've known TVP Mark a long time. I like him. I've known MF a long time. I like him. I've known Vic a long time. I like him. As individuals, I won't select my friends or people I want to speak to because that will upset someone else. I'll talk to who I like, and if I like someone, I'll talk to him. Simple as that.
Yeah, same here, pretty much, mate. I get on with everyone if I can.
I think Todd used to do some reviews for me in the past, and there's two reasons he stopped. One is because I sell clones and he doesn't like it.
Which is fair enough. Everyone's about their opinion.
That is about their opinion. That's fine if that's how you feel. Although he did used to review clones when he started, so
I think everyone did when he started.
True. And the other thing, I think, because him and Vic don't like each other, I think he didn't like it. I spoke to Vic. Well, again, I'm not going to not speak to Vic because Todd don't like it. You talk. It's a bit like when your best mate gets divorced from his missus. If you like them both, surely you still talk to both of them.
Pick sides,
can't pick sides. Anyway, that's enough of that. But nice to see him back, and I liked him I think their chemistry was quite good. And Mike is a very funny bloke, and he doesn't even know he's funny, but he is. I think.
Oh, bless him! He doesn't have to get stressed, doesn't he, when he's trying to the stream's not going right. What the bloody hell's going on here now?
Well, he did it the other night as well. I watched it. He's still stressing and having his meltdown.
He's like a rabbit in the headlights when he gets stressed. Bless him. He makes me laugh.
Yeah. Iggy, we talking nickel allergy, and I know Iggy had an issue. I remember this from months back, and I think Iggy got off NI80 and onto Canthal or stainless steel, and hasn't had a problem since. Is that right, Iggy?
Canthal, you're pretty safe. Stainless steel could be. Oh, pardon me.
We are keeping you up, aren't we?
Stainless. No, it's got what it is. It's because I've got the window open. There's cool air coming in from outside.
That should keep you awake.
No, it doesn't for me. It makes me go to sleep.
Right. No, Big D Vapes. Did I watch? Did you see Saturday Night with Flat Cap? They had the world's hottest snatcher. No, definitely I wouldn't give it a go. And
I wouldn't give it a go. No.
No,
I don't food anyway.
I don't do hot food at all.
I like a little bit of taste, a little bit of flavour from chilies, but I don't see the point in having something where you can't taste the food. Yeah.
Oh, there you go. NI80, Iggy says, really, we'll go with messed up.
Messed up skin, yeah.
My skin, yeah. Jezzy, your humour, I love it. His farting French bulldog has won the day, so he's going to go out and take you for a walk. Anyone else got a boost?
Oh, the Geek Vape Boost, is it? Aegis Boost.
Oh, yes, I know the one now.
Pod, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, Matt Benson's still... The kid on the floor was true, confirmed by Lee's General Infirmary. I'll stop the... it was true. I was told it wasn't true. I thought his mother put him there. Oh, I don't know. Move on. Politics.
No politics. Don't do politics.
And Albert Valentini, he likes the Geek Vape mouth to lung fuse Claptons. You haven't tried mine yet, Albert. Don't knock it till you tried it.
They're not bad, but I think yours have the edge on them, mate. Plus they're from a home-built company, which is always good to support.
That's it. Big D uses the crown. Yeah, I was talking to Big D. No, it was you, wasn't it? It was you saying that. Was it you or Big D that a lot of the tanks you sell in the shop are like stock coils because that's what people want.
We do have rebuildables, but people want, simple, don't they? Stick a coil in it, bung it with juice, leave it for 10 minutes to go.
Shane Gibson just ordered the artery mod with the RB8. Yeah, and I think I saw your payment come across the screen. A little while ago, Shane. So, and that put me off. That's why I've said I just saw something else. It was a bit weird. David Cox, my order's in. Thank you, David. Mark and Jay, there we go. Let's put a question up. I haven't read it. Let's put it up. So it's clean. Thanks, guys. We'll do some research. Oh, I'm just not much of a builder. Cheers for that. Well, I've made plenty of nearly everything I do, including even this little all-in-one device here. I've done the rebuildable head. So it's a tiny, tiny little head inside there, coil. But I've done it on camera so you can see. If you just copy, as I've done, and there are other building tutorials out there as well, quite a lot. Have a look. There it is. He's got it up there. There you go. And it's great fun. Is above the clouds.
I find it really therapeutic.
I do, and I remember when I first did it, and it was like, I mean, it was a K-fun in those days, and you had a sort of vape, and I thought, I did that. I made that coil. And
do you know what it reminds me of?
What's that?
Because I don't know if you know, but I used to have a model shop, and I worked in a model shop before that.
Right.
Like RC models and stuff. But I used to make a lot of Airfix models, and it takes me back to those days.
Yeah.
You know, sitting there tinkering and doing stuff like that. Yeah. Sorry for the squeaks. I moved again.
Yeah. Sit still, man. What's the matter with you? But yeah, it is. And it depends on your personality. Some people they just want to screw a coil in, drip some juice on it, and get on with the day. But for me, I just love it. I think that's an interest for me. It just fascinates me, which is why, I tend to sell what I like, and that's why I don't sell many stock coil devices on the site. Adrian, great. I don't do PayPal. Thanks to Big D for drippers, just to try and get most flavour, but many try that tar. Oh, may try that tar, right? Dave got to whip back to politics, to be honest. It's about time some of them grow up and stop behaving like kids. I couldn't agree more. More. If we behaved like that in society, they'd soon slam us, wouldn't they? Slam us. Craig, thank you. Styled, not clones. You're quite right.
Styled. Or heavily, what is it?
Heavily styled. Or heavily, what's the word?
What's the word? Heavily inspired.
Inspired, yeah. Oh, you need a deer stalker for your pipe?
No, I need a deer stalker for this one.
Yeah. And Albert, he's going to try the coils. If you go on the sites, they're in a weird place because I've got coils in one place. They're stock coils. Go on accessories, and you'll see it. There's NI80, Canthal, and stainless steel pre-made coils.
Get a selection. They're quite good value, I think. You get quite a few in there for your money. Definitely worth a try.
Daniel says you won't regret it, Albert. I have a boost for stealth vaping. Love the little thing. Be great when the RTDA comes out.
Yeah.
What's that then? What stealth vaping? What was David on about buying then? Because it is out. If you're talking about the artery, it is out. It's on a separate page.
Yeah.
If you're talking about that one. And Lynn says, he says, Albert, the reload mouth to London Marks calls the right. Thanks, Lynn. I used to find, okay, Craig. He used to find it therapeutic making juice. Now I use bottle shots and short fills. I think a lot of people have gone that way. I will say that in the early days you had to buy your blueberry, your mint, your raspberry, your blackberry, your custard, your Kool-Aid, or whatever you wanted. It was all in separate bottles, and it was all a bit.
All these bottles everywhere.
I've got a box full over there, but it was all a bit hit and miss, and you had to wait 2 weeks to find out it was naff.
Yeah.
You're desperate to try and have a vape of it, but definitely our blended concentrates, we're selling more of them than we are short fills at the minute. Yeah. So people are definitely liking mixing them up that way.
Yeah.
So a bit different. Sounded like a plug, didn't mean that. Well, I did a bit, I suppose. Stock coils get so expensive. Yeah, Shane, they do. And stock coils are expensive. And, I'm not going to bang on about the environment too much, but what a waste as well. Every time you chuck away.
Started on that.
You chuck away that bit of metal. That's what I hate about this 10ml bottle thing, because
the amount of 10ml Nick shot bottles I throw out a week in work is just.
I know. It's horrible, isn't it? I don't like it.
And that's only including the ones that people put in when they're in the shop.
Right.
You know, some people just grab and go, like, but the majority do it in the shop.
Always makes me laugh when people say, "It's you old ones that have messed up our environment." You think, well, not really. We used to have milk bottles. You know, we've gone to plastic now.
Yeah.
You know, and it used to be, you know, and you remember what was the
Corona.
Corona. That's what I was trying to think of.
Corona Pop Man. He used to give you 20p back for the bottles.
He'd give you 20p back, then you'd go round behind his shop and you'd hand them in again.
Back in the day. And things tasted better out of a glass bottle. When Ribena was in a glass bottle, it
I
tasted
think
different.
so. I think so.
You know,
Thanks,
milk
Daniel.
always tasted amazing out of a bottle.
Thumbs up, everyone, if you've enjoyed it. If you haven't, then don't.
Still thumbs up.
Still thumbs up, yeah. Shall I show how... Oh, I'm nearly at the end of my chat. Well done. I've caught up. I have the Geek... David, I've got the Geek Vape Boost. That's what I meant. Yep. And Wayne, good evening, Wayne. Hi, guys. I think, Wayne, you're quite a new subscriber, I think. And welcome if you are. I think you are. I only use 3 stock coils. Keith, what's Keith put? Keith with his, he might be grumpy because he's got his bad back. Not everyone can afford the genuine stuff. It's a good idea to try the lookalikes first and no joining a stupid Facebook group to kiss us. No thanks.
Yeah, all that list malarkey.
Yeah.
I just sit lying and wait in all the sale groups till one comes up at half the price or a swap for something that they want.
Well, Keith did that with a billet box. He bought 2 from me. I think he bought the 70 watt, the DNA 60, and then he went and bought a genuine one because he loved them so much. So fair dues.
Well, it's done its job, hasn't it?
Matt Benson, what's Matt put? If dry burn, then rinsed and brushed clean, how long will a coil last? When do you know it's time to change? I've kept my latest stainless steel ones for a couple of months now and they're fine. Yeah, and they will be fine. You'll find, for me, after a while, they lose a little bit of that zest, that zip term. And yes, they still vape fine, but it's a bit like a wearing clutch on a car. You wear with it.
The performance and the flavour starts to diminish slightly, and then you go, oh, that doesn't feel right. And then you look at it, and it's black as the ace of spades, and you're like, oh, yeah, no.
Yeah. Oh, right. Shane's waiting for the RBA for the Vinci, and the boost mods. Right, got you now. Yeah, that's right. Will the Easy mod be coming in different colours? I'm not sure, Paul. That's a very good question. I thought the same thing. I'm also waiting for the DNA 60 chip to be fitted. I just hope they do that. I really do hope they do it, because one of the comments I said on my review, one of my criticisms is that I'd rather see that blank if I want it blank, because it is a stealth mod.
Yeah.
So if I want, you could put a bit of tape over it, I suppose.
Well, you can put the DNA 60 in stealth mode, can't you?
Correct. And if they put the DNA 60 chip in there, you could put it in stealth mode and have that. Because I don't know if you've driven at night and vaped on yours, have you?
Yes. I don't drive. Well, I've only got a motorbike. It's a bit
right. a bit hard under the crash helmet, that one, isn't it?
That was another thing I was going to invent, was a vape for the bike.
Well, like a drink tube.
Like a tube goes up into your helmet.
Yeah.
But talking about colours, could you imagine that in Ultim?
Yeah, it looked nice, wouldn't it?
So you could see all the bits inside, and then with the Ultim tank on the Purity.
For me, that would look nice. A lot of people would disagree. They don't like Ultim.
But it would have to be polished Ultim. I couldn't, like the, what was it, the Lost Vape Squonker, do you remember that they did? Because I had one of those, and that was lovely. What was it called? Can't remember. It was an Ultim Squonker.
That little thing.
Yeah, like the bigger brother of that, yeah. That sort of Ultim. That would look really nice.
Shane, the roller cola, 25p per gallon. Right, well I have caught up. Well done me. When did I do this? During the week. I did say now I've done the site that I've got a bit more time for other things, and I've done... I've done two reviews. I'm not going to say I'll do 2 every week, but I've done 2. 2 I wanted to do, and the next one I want to do, I think, will be for the Purity Plus. But I've also had a little play one night. I sat up here playing on a design for a mod. Now I know I said about a pipe, but my head wouldn't go to that night. So I was just sort of thinking about ideas. So I mean, this won't work either, by the way, folks, because there's. Well, I'll explain it in a second, but let's show you what I did. This is just the drawings off my software.
Is that the one you showed me the other day?
Yeah, and asked you what you thought of it. I mean, that was, if you look at where the chip is going to go, that's for a DNA 75C chip that will fit in there. Let's get rid of him. Oh, up here, where is he? I'll put him on now. I can't take him off. There it is. There. So let's get rid of that. And the next one, turn from the other eye. And this was just plain. And I thought, well, a little stealth mod with a DNA 75C. I thought it, can you see the mouse? You can't see the mouse, can you, as I'm moving it? The top, obviously, would be the same as like the Easy mod, really, like a stainless steel tube going down for the battery. And let me show you. Underneath, there it is. It's like shelled out, so you can see that would be the inside of it. But I don't know. What do you all think? I quite like that. But it's just a first sort of muck around on, me with my software trying to design what was in my head, and was, so I don't know about you, Jay. I've got so much banging around in there that you often get. You end up doing like 8 different things at once, and I just wish I could focus on one thing sometimes, because
I do the same thing, mate.
It does get you that way. Lynn wants to know what bike you ride.
I currently have a little Honda CG125.
It's not fun. It's a Honda Vision. I've seen him on it. It's a little Honda Vision.
It's a Honda CG125, 2002. And in the shed is my little babies, my pride and joy, which is my JC22 Honda NSR Super Sprint, which goes like the bat out of hell, but it doesn't at the minute because it needs a bit of tinkering.
But you just got a lot of full stroke for work.
It still runs. It's just needs the back end rebuilding because the bearings have gone in the swing arm. But when I get around to getting it out of the shed when the weather's nicer and getting done, then it'd be thing. But that thing goes like stink. It's only a 125. It's 2-stroke. I love 2-stroke.
I like 2-stroke. When I was younger, I had I didn't know which one I wanted, the RD500LC or the RG500 Gamma. And
the Gamma was a good bike.
And I just couldn't. I bought both. I had both at the same time, and I thought
I had a 250 Gamma.
I thought I'll ride them, and I'll get rid of the one that I don't like or like less. But I was still torn. Even with that, they're both really good bikes. Really good bikes.
I've had about 25 bikes. But I used to buy them as basket cases and just get them running and get them going again and then sell them on.
Right.
I had an RD350 YPVS.
Yeah, I didn't have one of them, but I wish I had them now. Do you know how much them 500 Gammas are worth?
I sold my 350 for 600 quid.
Did you?
Yeah.
And a fortune.
Driving, just wanted MOT. Yeah.
A fortune.
And RD80S called. Yeah, silly money. Money.
Absolutely great. But you wouldn't have thought at that time they were going to be worth the money, would you?
But you used to be able to pick them up for a couple of £100, didn't you? And stuff like that, And of course, the classic 2-strokes are getting really popular now because they're doing all the classic sort of style,
I think there's a question for you here, Adrian Mason. Jay, how do we spot high nickel stainless steel? I get splotchy or splotchy? I think I know what you mean. And I guess it's temperature control, vaping, and I've suspected stainless steel as Canthal seems slightly less of a problem, but I don't like Canthal.
It's how blue it goes when you burn it in.
Sorry?
It's the bluing on the coil, isn't it? If you get a high strength nickel in your stainless, you'll get a really vibrant blue.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
And you get a bit of tinges of purple at the end, but if you just get a good SS, go with 316L every time. 316L because it's low on nickel. Every time I've used 316L, I haven't had a problem. If I use straight 316, I'll start to get blotchy. Right. If I use 316L, it seems to be the better of the bunch.
I'm just wondering why Adrian doesn't like Canthal. The early Canthal cores were pretty poor. but the later ones, I would say,
they had quite a bit of nickel in them too.
I would try a later type. You might change your mind. I don't know. Keith can't use anything but Canthal, or in his words, out. I can just hear Keith saying that. Actually, Keith's a lovely chap. He phones me up.
Can't use out but Canthal.
Okay, yeah. Keith's very much. He says it how it is. He's lovely to talk to on the phone. Justin says looks great. He liked that. I like the ones with the red line drawn on. Thanks, Daniel. I know. Oh, Daniel, he's in good form tonight. Shane, class looking. Paul, let's put this one up. Looks nice, but very similar to the Stealth Boy Sunbox. Make it in red and stainless, and I'll take one. Yeah, I think the trouble with all these mods is you sort of, in my head, the way you've got the chip, so you have to make the mod fit the chip almost. You have to, you have to take
the build around it.
Yeah, there's your battery, there's your chip. I want to put a tank there, and now how do I shuffle everything around to accommodate those three things? And there are only really a few ways of doing it, aren't there? What's that new mod that everyone's showing off at the minute? Is it the Ultrona? I think that's an ugly looking thing. You got one of them, haven't you?
The Victory.
Is it the Victory? No, that's nice. I like that. No, not that. It's the one with the... No, that's nice. That's not that.
Oh, is it the Thor 2?
The thing with the stainless steel thing on the front looks quite bulbous.
I haven't seen that one. I've seen the one with all like the brightly coloured purple tubes and
I
stuff.
might have got the make wrong.
Too.
I might have got the make wrong, but but my point was there are only a few ways you can juggle your way around, and however you try not to, you've also got. It's like I did a little thing of like that. You try not to copy the easy mod, let's say, but in your head you still know about that mod, and it's still in your brain pattern. So
and various other shapes from other mods, isn't it?
Yeah,
again, heavily inspired, isn't it?
Lynn Smith, that's good. He rides a GSXR 750.
Nice bike.
I used to be in the bike trade. I don't know if you knew that, and we had
I used to fix them. He's
Did
working
you?
in the garage. Yeah.
Oh, we had a sponsored day with Suzuki, and do you remember Stadium crash helmets? Stadium helmets released this new helmet, and Suzuki had their new. I think it was the GS range at that time because it was a lot of years ago. GS 550, 750, and we got
It was their version of the CBs, wasn't it?
Yeah, we got to rip these things round a track and try out the new helmets as well. It was a hell of a day. That was a really good day.
That was good fun.
Yeah, two of them got totaled because, of course, it was a race. It was on a track. You could go as quick as you like. But yeah, it was good. I enjoyed that day. Guy called Greg Page, and he used to, if he turned up to Snetterton, he just won everything. It was a waste of time anyone else going. And I was in the same group as him. There was 4 riding at any one time, and he was one of them. I thought, oh great, that's going to make me look awful. But I sort of tried to keep up with him, and then realised he was mental, and I wasn't going to. I was going to end up looking at the ground if I carried on. Matt Benson, lots of supports needed if you're printing it. Yeah, I haven't printed it, Matt. I just had. I did print one. This was ages ago that I was messing about. I've got one here that I did print, and I've sort of hacked it about as well. So, but no, I didn't print it because it's not going to work in the form it is. But it's just ideas in my head, really, just bouncing off you guys. And so, Matt, is that what you do? Do you do 3D printing? Oh, do you do designing? What's that I use? Fusion 360.
Fusion, yeah.
You don't get on with that, do you?
Far too thingy for me, that is. Far too over the top. I just tried and it's just like, no.
It is. It takes a bit of getting used to and understanding. It is that there's nothing you can't do in Fusion 360, but you've just got to understand that program, really. It is quite hard. Kieran, looks good, Mark. If you made the 510 side telescope up and down somehow to adjust for the height of the RTA, you'd be on a winner. Well, that's getting back to like your mod you had earlier, isn't it?
Yeah.
The thing is, I reckon if you designed the right one, you could actually make it in. So this gap, for argument's sake, on the easy mod is 3 centimeters, isn't it? 30 mil.
Yeah.
If you printed them out and you had it right, you could say, right, now I want the next one 34 mil and I want one 28 mil. You could easily change that in like parameters. That's the word I'm looking for.
The parameters.
So if you had a favourite tank that you wanted it, say even higher, you only want it 22 mil tall, then you could, just by changing the parameters. Keith, I used to have a GSX 1100 and a what's that?
Katana 1100.
Right, yeah.
They're beasts, they were.
I had the GPZ 1100.
GPZ.
Yeah, that's the old Kawasaki. Yeah, but I'm old.
Fizzy.
Fizzy,
50.
yeah. Well, everyone had a fizzy, didn't they?
I didn't. I was too old for that.
Oh, here you go. Grumpy old vape there. You see, now this is the one. Here, I'll put this up. I like this. I had a Yamaha Fizzy when I was 16, then a Suzuki 250 X7 when I was 17, then it was 4-stroke after that. I wanted the X7, the 250 2-stroke X7, but I couldn't get one anyway. And the only one I could find was an X5, which was the 200cc version. But bizarrely, now I'm going by memory, the X5 had an electric start and the X7 didn't. You had to kickstart it. Yeah. But yeah, I love that little X5, Suzuki X5.
Do you know what's really sad? What all my dream bikes would be?
What's that?
It's a kettle. Remember the kettles? The triple cylinder Kawasaki?
The 380.
Yeah.
GT 380.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The kettle, because the middle cylinder used to overheat.
Yeah. That's it.
They look like a kettle.
Yeah, we're reminiscing on old motorbikes here.
You can't beat. I'm sorry, but I still believe you can't beat 2-stroke. They just don't go wrong. Change the spark plug and away you go in it.
Yeah. I did like. I like 2-strokes.
I mean, my NSR has probably covered 25,000 miles. I've had it 9 years, and I got it second hand. I've had it 9 years, and the engine's never gone wrong on it. Touch wood. Jim
Mills. Canthal cores are okay at first, but I get a vile metallic taste from them after a while. Stainless steel or NI for me. I don't get that. Not from Canthal.
Weird.
No.
I'd double check where you're getting your Canthal from. If you're getting cheap pre-made Canthal cores from China, then yes, you will get that. I have had that. I do admit I have had metallic taste from them, but not from good quality Canthal from somewhere like what was it called? Crazy Wire. That's where I used to get a lot of my wire.
But even their wire varied. I used to buy their wire, but the thickness of their wire varied. But anyway, it's another story. Yeah. Matt Benson, you're quite right, Matt. No, you can't. You can't temperature control vape Canthal.
They tried. They have been trying to do it. There was someone that did do quite a good job, but it wasn't quite up to scratch. But it wasn't bad.
You've been drinking, Daniel. My last bike was a BMX.
Horsepower was crap.
I've just felt, because obviously I know Daniel and I've seen physically Daniel, and he's a tall, big fella, and I'm just picturing him on a BMX, and it's actually quite a funny vision. So there's one back at you, Daniel.
I mean, because I was working on bikes, we used to see lots of weird and wonderful old stuff come in and stuff like. One of the lads has got a thing called a Yamati. It's a 1920s Ducati frame or something like that with a TL 500 Yamaha engine in it. It's called the Yamati. It looks like it came out of the factory like that, and it sounds glorious. It goes like. But one of my favourite bikes that we had in was an RE 500, the old rotary.
Right. Yep. Yeah.
And that thing was cool as well. But we've had some really nice bikes in over the years like that. But I really quite, because I'm quite more of a cruiser style. Although my NSR is like a race bike, it looks like a mini 5-lane. But I quite like comfort, so I think if I was going to get something big and broody and grunt, I'd go for a Triumph Rocket 3. Have you seen the size of that thing? It's a beast.
I think I know the one you mean, and Triumph.
The radiator is like a car radiator on the front of it.
That's it. And Triumphs
Three-cylinder.
gorgeous, aren't they? They really are, the later ones. But I mean, I don't want to be on a bike now. I used to love them, but the problem is, I always thought I got on a bike and it's like I might as well just throw my brain away because it just disappeared somewhere when I got on a bike. It just did.
As soon as you get into that rev band on the you're like, oh.
And I bought once a Yamaha XJ650 from a garage. They took it as a car dealership. They took it in as a part exchange. Didn't really know what to do with it, and it was about 5 years old, but it had done like 1,500 miles, and the thing was immaculate. And I put a bid in for it, and I bought it, and I thought I'm going to keep that. And that's going to be, because it was so immaculate. I thought it's a head start on wherever you got to be, and I thought if I keep that mint, one day it will be worth decent money, and it's nice to have something like that anyway. And I drove it out the garage, and there's a place in Norwich called the Elsham Road, and I turned left down the Elsham Road, stopped at the traffic lights where Bartley's Bank is, and at turned green. I pulled away up, I went on one wheel. I was like, you're a numpty. Why? Why did you do it? I didn't even mean to do it, but it's just something, and I thought, no, I'm selling it. I'm getting rid of it. It's going. So I did. Lynn thinks Keith's taste in bikes is good. Well, Keith is a man of taste. Definitely. He's got a rather nice BMW as well now, I think. Shane, wish you could get Manabush in 50mm short fills. They're doing they're doing their new range, these base zeros, but they're only in 30. But presumably you mean things like the Kona Packer, which no, they don't. I could have elaborated on that. No, they don't. Yeah, it is a shame. If you're talking about and I've got Kona Packer. That's exactly what's in here in the Bantam. So. What's that? Can you read it? Paul Hinchcliffe.
The Gaia. That's the mod he was on about. You were on about the mod. It's made by Asmodeus. Not Asmodeus, Ultra. It's the Gaia. It's the one that you said that was a bit ugly.
Right, okay.
Yeah, it's the Gaia.
Right.
Yeah, I forgot about that
one. Michael, what size... what size RTA are you going to make the mod fit? I sort of, in my head, I thought sort of 24mm downwards, so even a 22mm would look nice. But I don't know, Michael, yet. I've still got this pipe in my head. I want to do the pipe, but I will do it. Don't worry, it'll be done. And maybe these shows. I don't want to show, obviously, if I've got something. I thought, this is it. I don't really want to show too much because it'll probably be copied before I've even released it. If it's nice, that's the problem. Grumpy Old Vapor currently have a Triumph Bonneville T100. Lovely.
Nice bike.
And Shane, all my mods are black, that way I don't have to match them up with my fits. What is the time? We've gone past 10, look. Let me quickly catch up. Where does that time go?
I know, it soon shoots around, doesn't it?
Yeah. Lynn Grumpy, I'm a big Triumph fan. The Triumph was the bikes I started a long time ago. What was they did a Bantam, didn't they? No, it was a BSA, wasn't it? BSA Bantam. Yeah. Paul, what's he put there? Would you like to scan and print me a few easy mod bodies? Gladly take one off them. Yeah, because I'm in a course now. I haven't got the gear to, but you can scan things now and just print them as they are, can't you? Crazy world we live in. Where's it going to be in 10 years? And I'm not going to go on about the Earth being flat again because that I couldn't believe that. Was that last week? Everyone was. going on about that. It really
Flat
did.
Earth Society.
Yeah. Matt, no, I'm a medical research scientist currently working in drug discovery. Right, okay, brilliant.
Cool.
David, I can only just ride a push bike. So Daniel's sent an image. I've got to see that because that's going to be rude. It's going to be rude.
Send you rude stuff again.
Yeah, it's come through at the top. Let's have a look. Yeah, Daniel's his parents took a picture of him on his bike. Nice one, Daniel. I like that. Then I used to help my dad in the garage in the late 60s, early 70s with his British bikes when I was a nipper. Scott Squirrel Ariel Square 4 Douglas 350. Crikey. Lovely. Do you know what? There's some really interesting people about, isn't there? You bump into people randomly, you think, wow.
The nicest bike I ever got to work on at the garage, my boss acquired it. That's all we'll say. And it was a matchless G9 500 twin jam pot. No, it was known as.
Right.
Yeah, black thing.
I remember the matchless. They had the damper thing at the top, didn't they?
That's right, yeah.
Yeah.
It was the twin. It was a parallel twin, 500.
Yeah.
And it had been sat donkey's years. It had been brought into the garage. Guy had tinkered with it, and I think the guy that tinkered with it was working at the garage at the time had taken bits off it so it wouldn't run.
Right.
Because it came in as a non-runner, but I think he'd taken bits off it so it wouldn't run, so he could buy it cheap. Anyway, he'd left the garage way before I got there. Anyway, it had been in storage for years. It turned out the boss had acquired it because the guy that owned it had passed away, and the family says, "Oh, we don't want it. You can take it. You're baby switch." And he'd done a deal or something. You know, I'll give you something for it or something. But I went in one Sunday. We dragged everything from his locker that he had because he had to get out of there because the ceiling was going on it. And we dragged this bike out, and I got it to the workshop. And I went in one Sunday because it was my day off, but I had sod all to do and I was bored. So I went in and I had a tinker, and I'd ordered some bits for it previously, and I got it going, and it was a lovely thing. I just left it original. I even went down to things like getting rubber tube to put the wiring in, because the wiring was all melted.
Right,
it was the old rubber hand. So I got rubber tube to put the wiring through so it looked original and stuff like that. I even hacked out the old Lucas plastic Bakelite battery. And molten battery inside it and stuff like that. And I got it running, and the boss came in on Monday morning, and I fired it up because he was a bit down on his luck. And I fired it up, And he's like, "What's all that bloody noise?" like that. And I just pull up and just rode it up to there. But that was a lovely. He let me have a go around the car park because at that time I never had a license. So we went around the car park on it. And for an old bike, that had some big technicals. You know, you whop the throttle and whap the advance up. Oh my God, it went like a stabbed rat. A bike that old shouldn't be that quick. Do you know what I mean? It was a big heavy lump of a thing, but my God, it would really go like. And that was a lovely thing to work on.
They were heavy. They were heavy. Yeah. Sorry, Tony. I'll just say good evening to you very briefly, but I recognise now Tony. I met Tony on Carp Vapors chat. So good evening, Tony.
Oh, yeah. Hi, Tony.
And Stephen's chat. He's a lovely chap as well, isn't he? Keith, we'll briefly go through his now. Keith, how would you tell what's a good spool of Canthal wire?
If it looks like solder, it's bad. That's the easiest way. If it looks, you know, cheap solder, it's got that dull look to it.
I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah. That's how I used to tell the dodgy Canthal.
Yeah.
If it's dull and looks like lead, then it's.
I don't know what sort of coils, because I know Keith changes his coil and wick like virtually on a daily basis. I'm sure he said that.
Also, if you just like torch it with a lighter or a blowtorch and it goes blue, you know it's not, because Canthal should never go blue.
Yeah, that's a fair point. Lynn, first bike was a Tiger Cub 200, and the latest, I remember them as well, the Tiger Cub.
Tiger Cubs, yeah. They've recently brought a new one now.
We've really started people on motorbikes, haven't we? I had a Rocket 3 Grumble 5 years ago, but I'm old and the Philippines isn't a place to ride such a powerful bike. I Honda Camino. That was a Craig
Little
Carroll.
thing,
That was the thing with pedals, wasn't it?
Yeah, the Camino, yeah.
Yeah.
It was a pedal and pop fit. That was a proper moped, that wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Proper
Yeah.
moped. Because it wasn't a moped unless it had pedals to start it. I had a Peugeot 103 or something like that. It was called 102 pedal and pop.
Right.
I bought for 20 quid off an old lady.
Aaron,
In a shed.
anyone know where I can get replacement screws for an SXK bullet box? Can't seem to find any in mine, and the originals are stripping out on me. I've never known those screws strip out. You mean obviously for both panels, I guess. And the trouble with them is you do feel you have to tighten them down hard to seal them, don't you? But I may have a set laying around from an old bit. I'll have a look, Aaron.
Or measure it. If you've got a micrometer, measure them and get the measurements, then you could probably find them off somewhere. Off like eBay, you can buy a bag of them for like peanuts.
Yeah, if you can find the right size, I guess. But they will be metric, they won't be.
Yeah. They're probably at M2.5 or 3.5, I should imagine. Give or take.
Kieran. Oh, I'm sure he won't mind me. So I was talking to Kieran the other night. Crikey, I think his first bike was a Yamaha RX1. A lot of people had them RX100s, didn't they?
Good bikes though. They had the big flat cooling head on, didn't they?
Yeah.
Like the angle on the back.
Yeah, I remember people having. But Kieran was saying that Kieran had a bad bike accident, and he was telling. He won't mind, will he? Me telling this. He got a car pulled out in front of him, and he went over the bonnet of the car, and he got up dazed, and then like walked into the road, and a bloody lorry hit him. So it was like a double accident.
Oh.
And that you're having a bad day then, don't you? Hopefully you don't mind me telling that story, Kieran, but I was horrified when you told me.
Funny enough, our little Pops bikes we used to run around, one little old Honda Shallys.
Oh, right.
On the back. Yeah. I wish I'd bought one off him, because that thing, right? You'd probably not use it for months and months and months, yeah, because it's wet and horrible. But you'd go to it and give it 2 kicks and it'd fire straight up, no matter, even with old fuel in it, and it would go like stink.
Now we're talking, Shane. Side bod to fit the true tank. The easy mod actually does fit the true tank well. In fact, let's quickly do that before we go. This has got the fatter 510 on there. 510 assembly on there. There's not. I've been vaping that. Look, the true tank's nearly empty. That's hard to get.
Press the fire button.
Hey. No, I was still a little in there. Thread him on there. There you go. There's the true tank on it. So
that looks spiffing on there, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
That looks bang on that, isn't it?
We're on 13 watts. Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong at all.
Fizzy, then an RD125, I remember them as well. AP50, of course, that was Suzuki's little version of the Fizzy, wasn't it? That was the competition.
Yeah.
The AP50,
on the front, wasn't it?
I think the AP50 was better than the Fizzy myself.
Because there was a Suzuki version of that as well, wasn't there?
That is the AP50, yeah, the Suzuki.
Oh yeah, the AP50, and we had one of them at work as well.
There was the Honda SS50, that the exhaust came up near the seat.
Yeah.
But I didn't think they were as good. Then the Fizzy and the AP50. Keith is a Suzuki fan. Yeah, I was as well.
If anyone wants to go down memory lane, there's a company, I can't remember exactly what it is off the top of my head right now, but they do like styled versions of the old Honda monkey bikes and stuff.
Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah, the old monkey bikes. Yeah.
They're a Chinese company, but they do things like a copy of the DAX. They do a copy of the monkey bike. They do a copy of the I think it's called the 850s, the monkey bike. And they do one, and I can't remember exactly what it is. There's one that looks like a cafe racer, and it's called the Ace, and it's cool as. It's in red and silver, and it looks gorgeous. They do it in 50 and 125, it's mint. And they do like copies of the Suzuki vans and stuff. Oh, they're brilliant. They are. We had a couple at work. We were going to become like dealers for them, but we never did in the end.
Yeah, I was just reading some of his comments. They're funny. Shane Gibson, 10 years from now, you can make your ideal woman. Andy, she probably dirt in China already. So the comments have gone rapidly downhill. Funny though, funny as hell. Right, and Kieran, yeah, final bike rode was a GSXR 600. GSR 600. Yeah, thanks Daniel. Thanks to everyone. Yeah, there you go. Thumbs up, and yeah, and obviously thanks for everyone's contribution. Been good tonight. We talked a bit more about motorbike. I mean, these motorbike comments just carry on going, don't they? So, Aaron, measurements would be fantastic, but thanks for any help. That was the screws, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, and Kieran says he doesn't think he'd like to be on a bike now. I don't know that one, Adrian. The nicest bike I had was an RF 900. I don't know that one. Don't know that. That must be a more modern one. Keith thinks it was a Suzuki. Yeah, it was Suzuki. Yeah, I don't know that one. Don't know that one. And Grumpy Oliver Fizzy. Yeah. Oh yeah, and the Poosh Fizz. There's a
Poosh
Max
with the rotary.
Yeah, Poosh Maxi, wasn't it?
Putches.
Oh, it's Poosh. Don't say Putch. It's Pooch.
Pooch.
Poosh.
Pedal and pop.
And Vespers. Right. Okay. Brilliant. I've finished chat, and we have gone over quarter of an hour over time. So I usually finish at 10. So, but it's been great. So yeah, would you like to say goodbyes, Jay?
Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you soon again. Yeah, always a good crack in it.
I did have Dean Devil Vapor said he may well be on next week, but he hasn't been back in touch. So whether he will or he won't, I don't know. But either way, we'll be here. We'll have a new, well, maybe the same government, but a confirmed government by next week this time.
Yeah.
So yeah, I bet we're all chuffed about that. But yeah, everyone in chat, it's been brilliant. There's actually something else I wanted to say. Thanks to everyone who watched my review of the Easy Mod. I thought I might get some flack over that, and I didn't. I got quite the opposite. So yeah, thanks for that. You realise that we are human.
It was a good review, mate. It was a really good review. It was an honest review.
Well, yeah, it was honest, and tried to be honest, and just say how it was. But sometimes people can get funny. But no, it was brilliant. So yeah, some great questions tonight. I really enjoyed it. Love talking about motorbikes. We'll do that again one night, because it used to be, it was my trade. It was what I was in the motorcycle trade. So yeah, a good passion. So thanks everybody. Thanks for all the thumbs up. Until next time. See you soon.
Guys.
Take care.
Ta-da.